Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Marc P and this is my Glory by Honour 9 thoughts. Now you know me, I normally watch a show twice and then I will do my review. The thing is with this pay-per-view, if it's anything like Death Before Dishonour, as that I watched it live on the night and then I didn't get a chance to see it again for 2 weeks, was it something like that afterwards? So I thought what I'd do is I'd watch it on the night and then just give you my thoughts and tell you what I thought. So, first thoughts, no Prazak, that's got to be a good thing. There'll be a video coming from me probably towards the end of the month saying what I have issue with the three big companies, or one of the notes just says the words Dave Prazak for the ROH problem. So yeah, that's good to see. Nice to see Kevin Kelly get a nice reaction from the crowd, and the moment silence for the 9/11's victims was a nice touch. Opening match was Kenny King for Kenny King versus Jay Briscoe. One of these two matches was always going to be the opener, wasn't it, with the Briscoes versus the All Night Express. What can we say? I'll tell you about both of these matches. Didn't really do a lot for me, if I'm honest. Both of them I've given a 1.5 stars. The Jay Briscoe versus Kenny King match was alright. Rhett Titus came out, got the interference, and Insecurity and a Royal Flush got the win. Problem with this one was it was way too short. With the All Night Express already out there, they started beating on Jay. Mark came out, so we had the second match straight away. Once again, in my opinion, way too short, in my opinion. And like I said on my predictions, I don't understand why they couldn't have just done a straight up tag team match with these two. I really, really don't. Put them in a tag match, make it go 25 minutes, you've got a great opening that sets the rest of the card up, but they didn't, and in my opinion, it wasn't great. The second one was the better match of the two, but at the end of the day, it's still... I marked out for the finish. Burning Hammer at the finish, yeah, I marked out for that, but nothing really special for me. Erick Stevens and Necro versus Grizzley, Redwood and Balls, Mahoney. And another one didn't really do anything for me. ECW chanted at the start. Balls and Mahoney used the deadly caffeinated beer of doom on Erick Stevens. Grizzley with a nice Rana. He played face in peril for a lot, got the hot tag to Balls, cleaned house, hit a compact suplex and a spine buster. But, Balls Mahoney hit a frog splash for 2, and Nye pulled the ref out, Stevens with a doctor bomb, at least I think that's what it was. I'm sorry if I missed that out, if I didn't think that. For the win. Literally, like I say, nothing special, 1 star. I just didn't do anything for me. The chain match between El Generico and Colt Cabana and versus Kevin Steen and Steve Corino. The ring announcer said at the start this was going to be a bloody war. All 4 men bled. And this match was progressing along nicely. There was I was going to say all 4 of them bled, but the 3 men that you can see the faces bled. We're never going to see El Generico bleeding red. Let me tell you about this match though. Let me tell you. There was some horrific noises coming through. I'm watching this on my laptop, and because I've got other people in the house, I'm listening to it through my headphones, and my headphones are, I've got some, because I'm a DJ, I've got some really nice, high power headphones. When you've got static coming through those headphones, it fucking hurts. But then let me tell you, that annoyed me. What annoyed me even more is the video feed just completely cutting off for like 4 or 5 minutes. It probably wasn't 4, it probably wasn't even 4 minutes, but my god did it feel like it when you just sat staring at a fucking screen and it's just got a little blue play symbol in the middle of it. You're just like, come on, I'm paying for this, come on. And after a while you're just like, for fuck's sake, just get on with it. We came back on. El Generico hit a nice half Nelson suplex on Corino. He gets a chair and launched it at Steen's face. It's a late night, fuck off. Great dive to the outside, powerbomb on Corino, and the Billy Goat's curse get the win. Then the heels attack the faces. El comes back with Steen, rips his mask off. Wasn't expecting that one. And then he wrote, he got some of Corino's blood, and he wrote Mr. Wrestling on a chair. And I'm assuming it was either his or Steve Corino's son. I don't know, it was just this boy in the ring who was grinning like a Cheshire Cat. and the announcers didn't. If they explained who it was, I didn't hear who it was. Yeah, the level, the sound levels and the commentary in this one especially just kept going up and down. 1 minute they were deafening, next you were really straining to hear it. And it's like I said, the production values on the show were so bad. And that was like the thing. All I could think of while I was watching that, while I'm watching, is I feel sorry for someone who has heard all the hype. I mean, people like Truslayer who have talked and talked and talked about this. And maybe there's someone out there who saw my prediction vid and gone, yeah, why not? I'll give it a watch. And they're watching this Ring of Honor pay-per-view for the first time, going, this is fucking awful. Because this show, I'm sorry, but you may judge me on this one. And, if you want to give me some heat for it, bring it. I didn't enjoy this show, this half of the show at all. Before the intermission, I was just like, this is rubbish. And that's a 2-star match for me, the chain match. I was expecting a 4-star match out of this one, and it just wasn't at all. And it's just like, wow. Then we go into the intermission. Basically, before the intermission, there was a video package where basically Jim Cornette interviewed Davey Richards saying that are you going to retire or are you not going to retire? And after a while, basically, long package, big long package. Basically, Davey Richards says he's not going to retire. Now, what the thing is, they didn't say. Yeah, now it's for the intermission. So, while the Ring of Honor show, you get the intermissions, and they play you the promos over it. With this one, they didn't say it was the intermission, so I'm sat there actually writing on my notes, this promo's nice and everything, but it's way too long for a pay-per-view. Then we go to the intermission, and we see all the build-up packages that we've seen already, and you're just like, oh, right, that was strange. Anyway, then Jim Cornette comes out to the ring, and he basically says what's just happened, because, of course, the fans at home won't have seen the fans in the arena, won't have seen the video package soon. Yeah, that's all good. And he makes basically the winner of Black versus Roderick Strong will face Davey Richards at Final Battle in December. Next, Shawn Daivari versus Eddie Edwards, the TV title. I can't tell you about this match because I don't know if this was just mine, but my stream froze again. And the thing is, the match was progressing really, really nicely. What I saw of it, I enjoyed. Suicide Dive, incidentally, got no Ring of Honor channel, and that disappointed me. Aries versus Daniel. I know that Eddie Edwards won, but that's literally all I know. When it came back on, Aries was in the ring. He burned Christopher Daniels real fucking good, saying that he should be called CD, because CDs are obsolete. Like that a lot. This was a good match. The mat work was very nice. There was some really, really good stuff. Happy and willing to give this one 3 stars. A Super Angels wing got the win for Christopher Daniels, and I was not expecting that at all. Because Aries had hit a brainbuster and the 450 splash, and you're like, well, that's weird. That's a little bit too early. The thing about this one though is it was weird because you didn't get to see all the usual moves. You didn't get to see the best moonsault ever, for example, which was a little bit strange. You're like, that's weird. So yeah, it's a 3-star match, but. Like I say, it's just, it felt lacking a little bit. It felt like it could have been longer, if anything. And I didn't think Daniels got enough offense, but, that's just me. And the Kings of Wrestling versus Haas and Benjamin. A dream match, where isn't it not? But, I gave this right. I was expecting a 3-star match. Remember, my expectations were low. And I thought this was a 3.5-star match. Because it was weird, right? Because it wasn't like a usual match, right? In a usual tag team match, normally, right, you get the faces, and one of them gets beat, and then the hot tag, and then that's number win. But this one started off like Haas got beats, and then he tagged in Benjamin, who got some more beats, who then got Haas who got the hot tag. There was some great stuff, some German suplexes. I've got a page of notes about this one, because this is just thoughts. I don't want to give you a full review of it, but it had some nice stuff. There was some good double teams, a dead left gut wrench suplex by Cordio was really nice. Power slams getting 2 for Benjamin. 2 Germans, an amazing slingshot Samoan drop combo. Shelton Benjamin did a leap to the top and did a belly-to-belly suplex off it. That was beautiful. Charlie Haas at one point locked on the Haas of Pain. I think that was after the bell, actually, but Haas of Pain, which was just like, oh my god, such an incredible. Do you remember the Haas of Pain? This time he really fucking cranked it up, and believe me, as someone who's taken that move, it fucking wrecks. Oh man, does it hurt. But there's just, I don't know, it felt like there was something missing. I definitely felt like greatest tag team in the world didn't get half as much offense in. They just got absolutely owned for the most part. Yeah, it's a 3.5 star match. I'm not saying it was a bad match. Believe me, it wasn't a bad match. It's just like I said, I think everyone's expectation was so high that I just don't think they could live up to it. And then the main event, Tyler Black versus Roderick Strong, was for the ROH title, and I'm sorry, this one didn't do really very much for it all. This was a 2.5 star match for me. It was back and forth. They did something, you know, it's like I say, I'm not saying it's a bad match. I'm not saying it's a bad match at all. But I think by this point in the show, I was just so underwhelmed. Because like I say, you know, I think there was so much hype going into this show. And it was like, this is going to be the greatest show of the year. And believe me, I mean, death before Dishonor wiped the floor with this show, in my opinion. It really, really did. For Strong to win, I mean, I know I predicted that, you know, my prediction was that Black would retain. But you know, I think deep in my heart, I thought Roderick Strong was going to win this one, and he did. And now he's the Ring of Honor champion. I mean, Wrestling 101, yeah. If you're going to have someone like Terry Funk as a ring enforcer, he's got to do something. But all he did was punk out Truth Martini. He didn't actually get involved in the match. He punked out the referee, took his shirt off, and there's a referee's shirt underneath it. So he was the referee, but it was just like, yeah, I didn't see the point of having Terry Funk there at all. I really didn't. I mean, I understand it in the storyline context, I do, but just, Terry Funk should have made just the guest referee from the start, right? In my opinion, that's just me. But then, and if you don't believe me, you know, you can, you know, I don't care what. But if you're friends with me on Facebook, you'll have seen that yesterday morning, as in Friday morning, I wrote on Facebook, wouldn't it be awesome if Homicide returned tomorrow night at the pay-per-view? And lo and behold, the lights go out, Homicide's music comes out, Homicide and Roderick Strong square up in the ring. It's a tough one to call. Like I say, right, imagine, just imagine, if, like I say, if you're watching this one for the first time, I felt for you, man, because you won't have enjoyed this show, or at least I don't think you will. If you did enjoy this show, I would love it if you let me know and tell me where I'm wrong here, but, I mean, 6 out of 10? Maybe a 6.5, maybe a 7. I think 7 would be like a really generous person will give this show 7 out of 10. I really genuinely believe this one. Like I said, the opening 2 matches I had no time for at all. The chain match was very, very far below expectations. Didn't get to see Eddie Edwards versus Shawn Daivari. Austin Aries versus Chris Daniels was 3-star, but I felt it should have been at least a 4 in my opinion. Kings of Wrestling versus the World's Greatest Tag Team wasn't as good as I was hoping it'd be, and the main event didn't do anything for me at all, I'm afraid. I'm not just, you know, some people call me an ROH bot because I like ROH, but yeah, I'm one of these people who can fucking see the bad things in a wrestling company. I can tell you that this wasn't a great show. It really, in my opinion, wasn't. At the end of the day, that's my opinion. If you don't agree with me, you can tell me down here, or you can let me know in a video response. I've been Marc P. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and if you would like to let me know down here what you thought of the show, I'd really like that. I've been Marc P. Take it easy.